professionalinvestor.com's daily brief. The answer to your question is learn the goddamn process, trade your trading plans, don't take too much risk on any one trade, and just let yourself get rich.
Hello everybody, welcome to the new HD camera show with a nice background. We've got all these little things we're gonna go over. I see the chat. Hello Cotter, yes I made it. I had to show my face live. I just think it looks so good that I have to be live for you guys. How can you miss this? And I even made myself bigger. I zoomed in. I have the look. I can even get, I don't know if you want to see me bigger. I can go this big. Oh wow, you can see all my, that's too big. Yeah, you don't need to see my wrinkles. Marvelous, thank you. All right, well, you're not here to look at my face, although it's kind of fun to do this, right? There's a lot to talk about, right? So Janet Yellen spoke today. Powell spoke today. What did they say? I don't know. I didn't look it up yet. I've been busy, but they didn't say that much, because if we shrink me, what happened with the market? Did really that much happen? Is this small enough? All right, I'm gonna go in the corner here. Let me see. Is that small enough? If you guys want bigger, just let me know. I think it's small enough, but if you want it to be bigger, I can change the size. So whatever you guys want. Oh, we will talk about Rune. I'm very excited about Rune. It's very, very, very exciting. Okay, so let's look at, did anything happen with the S&P? So this was at 10:15, and who spoke at around 10? Let's go to the Forex factory here. 10:15 was Yellen. So Yellen, Powell spoke at 8:20. Okay, so this is Bangkok time. Keep that in mind. Sorry. 8:20 was right there, right here. So Powell rallied the market, and Yellen smashed it down. So Powell brought it up, and then Yellen came down with the hammer. But what happened in the end? All that happened was that they ran the liquidity, and now it's just going to go back to business as usual. Well, what is business as usual? Where are we going? What is happening in the world of the market? That's what I'm here to answer for you today. Hopefully, I have been on a very good track record. Okay, so good that I need to fail at some point, because in the last month, I don't think I've been wrong even one time. Not once. So prepare yourself for an epic failure, because I cannot be correct this much. Otherwise, I would be considered a wizard or something, and I probably would not be talking to you right now. Anyway, welcome Ghost, welcome Ucha, welcome DMAC, Cotter, of course, always good to have you. We've got 11 people watching. Hit the like button if you guys can. Let's try. I would love to break the 40 that I got last week. We had 40. That's big for me. I would love to get 50, even 45, even if they're fake. I'm okay with that. Hi Constantine, hello GLS, welcome. So what we're gonna do today, for all the people watching and anybody who's catching up on 2x speed, I understand 1x, I'm kind of slow. We're gonna go through the S&P like normal. I'm gonna talk about it, give my viewpoint on where I expect it to go. Then we're gonna talk about one or two stocks. I'll talk about how they look almost the same as the rest of the market, and then we'll get into crypto, because that's where the real party is happening. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm making a lot of money in crypto the past couple weeks. Like no joke, well, this is my high risk portfolio. I have a high risk portfolio, and then I have like a low risk portfolio. So my high risk portfolio has more than doubled in the past month. Like since the beginning of September, it's more than doubled. It's incredible. I'm very happy. All right, so that's that. We'll talk about it. S&P first. I love this camera. My smartphone camera is so good. I can't believe I was using this $600 DSLR this whole time when the smartphone is so much better. Hello, Mark. Nice to see you. Ooh, 15 people. Okay, so S&P. This is the same chart that I've been showing for a while. I'm going to get rid of some of these lines, because this one is actually useful, but this one I'm going to get rid of. This one is my ABCD target. We're going to move these to the lower time frame, because it's just going to distract you guys. Visibility, nothing on the weekly, please. Same here, nothing on the weekly. I know I should clean them up before I come on the show, but you know. So this was a long trend line that I had from down here like that, which I believe is a possible topping area here like this, but I don't know how much credence I'm going to give to it. But this was a long trend line I had. I'm actually going to get rid of it. I don't like it. I don't think it's that important. Sometimes I arbitrarily decide if trend lines are important or not. Sometimes the market arbitrarily decides if trend lines are important or not. Keep that in mind when you're drawing your trend lines, because sometimes they don't mean anything. It's just nonsense. So just keep that in mind. Okay, weekly chart. Only thing I really want to show is that we turned green on a MACD, and we are green with RSI. I'm gonna go to the lower time frames, 3-day, daily. I really wanted to show you the daily. So this was the crossover right here on RSI. This is full on bull mode. Weekly chart is also green with RSI, 3 days green. That just means full on bull. Okay, the market is not going to easily pull back when all three of those higher time frames are green. There is a divergence coming in on MACD, but I'm not giving that much credit to it simply because of what I just said about the higher time frames. So again, for all those people trying to short, just understand you are fighting an uphill battle. And some people should know, longtime members of TRI know I'm a perma bear, so it's weird for me to be bullish, but I have been, especially since Powell announced the 50% 0.5 rate cut. Not 50%, 0.5. 50% would be insane. 0.5. And the market reacted extremely positively. So my targets are somewhere between 5,900 and basically 6,000. That's where I expect the market to go. This 7, 8, and 9 came in on the daily chart. I expected a pause. That's exactly what we've done. The market has not really done a lot since this happened, but I do believe we will get one more run higher, and then that's when you're going to have to be extremely careful about the next move. That's kind of it. Lower time frame, we've got a pullback here happening. Janet Yellen brought the hammer down. She must have said something. Yeah, we can take a look at SMCI better. So still, the 4-hour is in an uptrend for me. No breakdown just yet. I actually think most pullbacks are for buying. I'm in a 3x long on the S&P right now. So I would consider, if I was a bull, and I am, this is not a bad area to be buying. I mean, you could, what would be a possible trade with the theory that we've got going on right now? You could set a buy right here, and you could set your stop all the way down here, and your target, you could go here if you want a 3-to-1, or you could go all the way up here to like 5,950 or something, or even 6,000 basically. Go a little bit below 6,000, they might front run it and stop. They're not going to hit 6,000. And then you get a 4.6-to-1. It's not a bad trade. It's really not. You could do a 3x ETF. That's pretty safe. Options, I mean, if you have a high risk account, it's fine, but I tend to prefer the like 3x ETFs. There's no real time limit on those, although you will slowly decay. It's just a function of how they work. But that's what I'm looking at. This is the kind of trade I would like to take. The market has not broken down from this trend. This one right here is I'll show you guys, 21 EMA, as you see right here. So the market, actually it's a SMA. You can see the market has been basically bouncing from this level. It's been a great long point, and that's why I would consider it. And you can see we basically tagged it and we're bouncing. I mean, you could even set tighter stops if you want to take like high leverage or something insane. You could do like a 22-to-1, and then if it breaks through the line. But how much, let's you know what, let's do something fun really quick. It's broken through this line multiple times. How much does it on average break through the line? So where should we set our stop? Remember, trading is all about probabilities. So that time it was 0.13%. And this time I think it was 0.1%. And this was the biggest one, 0.17. So we'll do 0.12 from this point. So 0.12 right there. So that would put our stop right there. It would have to go below the lowest one. And you just long from basically here if it pulls back a little bit more, you get your long, and then you could be more conservative, and you target the ABCD right here. Boom, 12 to 1 risk reward trade. It's not bad. It's not bad. If you get stopped out, darn, you can take 10 more. As long as it gets to that target, you're in profit. I think it's a decent trade. Hello, all 25 people. I don't know if you're real or not. If you're real, say something. Say hello. I will talk to you. Okay. So that's kind of what I think about the S&P. Go back and watch previous shows that I did the last 2-3 weeks where I showed the wave count and how I believe we're in a fifth wave. And this is the final wave higher of this entire move that we've had. Doop, just like boop, boop, boop. There. Just go back and watch the videos. I went through the whole thing. Hello, Sudar. Welcome. Rocky, hello. At what time frame do you enter? 4 hours still? No. For something like this, I would enter on like a 15-minute. I would look for divs on a 15-minute. You could also do an hour, but I think an hour is too slow. I honestly think you need a 15-minute. I just use the higher time frame to frame the trade, and then I would use the 15-minute as my entry. So this would be you can see the divergence is slowly coming in, right, with RSI turning around like that, right? But I'm not going to wait for confirmation. I'm going to wait for that like second W right here, and then my entry is going to be basically here. And maybe I get stopped out, but that's why the stop is tight. But that's my optimal entry, and that gives me the best risk reward, and that's what I'm leaning on. Plus the fact that we have that 21 SMA on the 4 hour working as a major support on this entire move. I'm betting on the fact that this move is not over. If it's over, then we're probably going to break through it, and then we've got that changes my theory. Hi, Adam. Oh, vacation in Portugal. Very nice. Hello from permanent vacation in Bangkok. Okay, that's the S&P. Those are my thoughts. We'll see how it goes. I think this was a nice liquidity grab, but I would like to see it continue higher. I think that's what we can expect. Let's take a look at Cotter mentioned SMCI. Let's take a quick look. Zurich, hello. First of all, nice to see you. I will answer that when we get to talking about crypto. Okay? I will explain my whole theory on that. Let's see, SMCI weekly chart. Oh, wow. What a giant turd here. I mean, this was your short signal. Right here, the breakdown on the weekly chart. That's it. And then this was consolidation, and this is where you would plan your short, and you'd enter on one of these higher wicks and then ride it lower. That's it. It's that simple. Or you could have looked at a lower time frame, like a daily, for example. If you knew the weekly was already kind of shit, I would have watched this daily, and I would have just drawn a trend line like that. And conservatively, you could wait for the breakdown. So this breakdown of RSI right here would trigger your short. And that's the breakdown move. I guess the question is, like, I don't know exactly what your question is, Cotter, but I guess it's, are we bottoming? And I would say not yet. Not yet. It looks like something is happening here. There is major support, right? All the way here. I mean, I can't believe it finally. I missed this. I really wanted to short this stock. Ever since I saw the CEO talking, I was like, this is overvalued. It has to come down. And yeah, it just seemed like a scammy company. I don't know much about it. I'm just going off one video I saw. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, there's no trade for me on this. Let it play out. It should come down here. And I mean, Brian always talks about building structure. It's got to build structure, put in market structure, let the Momo indicators reset. I mean, look at this RSI. This thing is a disaster. I'm not going to touch this at all. It's just absolute disaster. That's my opinion on it. Okay, Tesla. I always talk about Tesla. Tesla looks quite a bit better. I've talked a lot about Tesla and the Optimus robot and my expectations with Tesla. The problem is Tesla has to break out, right, on a weekly chart. And it's really trying, but I need to see price if price can break out, this is going to move very far. And I feel like a broken record doing this. I've drawn it like for 2 weeks straight now. 4.669 points to 592. And if we look at the entire range here, actually, like this is the high and then this is the low, this kind of range, then we get a target of 720. So those are I would say between 600 and 720 are kind of where I would expect Tesla to go to. But if you want to be more conservative, then you would do something like this. And then our Tesla targets are 315, then 400, then 562. Those would be my 3 levels. And I've showed this many times. I'll show it again, how well it works with crypto. I just used it to do an amazing rune trade. I was in a leverage rune trade from below $5, and I just took all my profit at basically 5. Where's my 4.669 level? Why is it not on the chart? 1 minute chart, what the hell? So this is an expanded one, but the level where I took profits, I was doing a more conservative. I know I'm bouncing all over the place. Right here, basically right here at 5.6, and you can see how it stopped on a dime. It's got a 9 that came in. There's so many things that came in here and so many reasons to take a profit. I took some profit at the 200-day moving average as well, 530. I would show you that the trading is on my phone, and my phone is recording me. That's the one problem with using my phone as the camera. I can't like, oh, here's my trade. But I took profit here at 4.669 tag and also the 200-day moving average, because it just seems. Anyway, we're talking about Tesla. I don't want to get distracted, but my point was that these levels work really well. 1.618, 2.618, 4.669. I did a video that's on our channel specifically about this. It's not the best video, but it gets the point across. So if you're interested in it, that's like one of the biggest secrets of my personal trading that works super well. So consider looking at it if you want to become better at trading, quote unquote better. Okay, so there's that. That's my Tesla thing. I feel like I said, a broken record talking about Tesla all the time. Is there anything else I want to look at? I'm thinking. I mean, the US dollar has been getting destroyed. Absolute destruction. This is my uptrend line that I drew a long time ago. We did have a 9 that came in that at least put a pause into it. Plus, you have the 200-week moving average. We can see RSI is trying to reverse here. So hopefully the US dollar slide is over and I can get some kind of reversal, because I know that things here in Thailand have gotten about 12% more expensive for me. And I don't like when things get more expensive. I don't. It doesn't matter how much money I have. I don't like it. So yeah, it's still in a downtrend. I would like to see it break out on the other side on this daily chart, and then we should see a move higher. Maybe some kind of market catalyst event is. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you guys know what the big market catalyst event is that's coming up? I'm gonna let you think about it while I drink some water. Just think about it. What is coming up? It's within a. Let me check the calendar. Wait, I think it's within a week. Yeah, is less than a week. What is happening? If you're a conspiracy theorist, you probably know. Wow, that was too easy, I guess. Yes, Ucha, correct. You get to ask one free question about anything that you want, and I will answer it because you were correct. And you were the first person. Yeah, it's on October 2nd. And I plan to do a video going over all the previous eclipse events. And if you look into it, I think some people in TRI posted charts about it, that there were major market movements and changes that happen around each of those eclipse events. So this is the only eclipse happening until March of like 2025. This is a big deal. Something is going to happen. Trump will probably get shot at for a third time. That might happen. That's not funny, by the way. That's horrible that's happened to him twice now. That was a joke. Please, nobody get upset about that. But I shouldn't joke about that. It's a serious matter. Got carried away. Too excited for my water. But the eclipse is a big thing. So be careful with the market next week. If you made a lot of profits, especially in crypto recently, consider, taking some profits, because who knows what's going to happen around that eclipse event. Yeah, I know, Cutter. That's why I said I shouldn't joke about it. That would be the most horrible thing ever. Yeah. I wish I could like teleport back in time and like just slap myself so I don't say that. Do you still buy crypto names in this end? Question from Zurika was interesting too. Yeah, I'm gonna answer them as soon as I get to crypto. And once we get over like 35 people, I want 35. Come on, 35 people. Only 2 people hit the why did only 2 people hit the like button? It's only 2. There's 30 people in here. I need at least like 15 likes. Come on, guys, 15. I feel so weird asking for those. It feels weird because I watch YouTube videos where people ask for it and I laugh, and now I'm doing it. He's like some kind of parallel universe. Okay, so that's the dollar. Slide may continue, but it's contained. It's not going to go lower than like 98 for sure. This is a long-term parallel channel that's been existing for like 10 years or something crazy, all the way since 2011. Over 10 years, this parallel channel. So this will hold, and we are sitting at the 200-week moving average. That's a major support level. I don't expect that to break down. It looks like the market is getting ready to reverse. That it's not available, Rocky, but I can post the connection. I'll talk to him, and I will get it. I know the guy personally who developed this. Really nice guy. I actually hung out with him in Bangkok. He was here with his wife on a trip. Okay, so I think we should just get into crypto. I wanted to show you this before we do. Fear and greed on the stock market is now at greed. That's a concern. And for crypto, interestingly, I'm going to refresh this again just in case. Yesterday was greed, but today is neutral. So we are balancing between neutral and greed, which makes sense. We still, I like seeing this. We still have more room to run higher. This is not an area to sell yet. You've got a week before the eclipse. So don't freak out. Hello, ST Win. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but hello, welcome. Hello, Michael. Oh, Michael posted something. I love when you guys post. I love it. More typing. Do it. Type. Just do it. It's fun. Okay. So we're going to talk about Bitcoin now. Crypto. You guys love it. We're going to first look at liquidations, and then we'll go look at the charts. I always like to look at the liquidation heat map. It's great. But I don't know why it looks like this. This is not what I want. Liquidation heat map. Yeah, this one. There we go. Okay. So 24-hour liquidation heat map, 19 at 66 and 18 at 64. I think up to the upside makes more sense. Seems like a lot of people are shorting early. We've already cleared out a bunch that were here at 65. If we look at a week time frame, yeah, nothing really there. But 12-hour, definitely 66. And then we've got a 63, but I'm going to lean towards the 66. We'll look at the charts and we'll talk about why. John, that question is so confusing that I stopped talking for 5 seconds. So maybe, can you retype it, please? Okay, so yeah, I'm super distracted. Hi, Greg, welcome. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin. All right. So Bitcoin has a problem here. It is in this channel, right? Like this. So it's going to run into resistance up here at 66,000. That is a big issue. However, as you can see on the right-hand side here, we are extremely bullish. That is a lot over there, here with my mouse. That is a lot of bullishness. A lot. That like amazing levels. I'm gonna make it bigger. Oh, it doesn't actually get bigger. This you don't short. No, you can sell, but you do not short this unless you hate yourself. If you hate yourself, short it. Go ahead, do it. I think Cole on Twitter shorted recently, and then he deleted all of his tweets. Wait, let me pull him up. This is funny. X.com. This guy sometimes is correct, but other times he's just totally wrong. Cole. It's like Cole World or something. Where is he? Did he delete his account? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I'm in the Telegram group that he's in. What the hell is his name? I'm looking on another screen. Crypto World Cole Mike. Nope, that's not it. All right, if I don't find it in 5 seconds, we will. Yeah, I can't find it. I thought I followed him. I might have unfollowed him because he was wrong so many times. No, it's not Capo. Capo's very bullish right now, and he's been correct, actually. Capo's been doing okay. No, it's this Cole guy. I forget his name. I don't know why I can't remember it. But he was super short and was posting a lot about it. And then he got blown out, I think, and he just deleted apparently he deleted all of his tweets. It's just funny. But this is extremely retard level. I shouldn't say retard either. This is extremely bullish. Don't short it. Wait. Still got a couple days until the eclipse. It's moving higher. Divergences are sort of forming, but as you can see, divergences don't matter so much if the higher time frames are extremely bullish, which is what we're dealing with here. Like extremely bullish higher time frames. Now the question is where in the, I guess the question is where in the short term is Bitcoin going? Like where do you take profit, right? Does anybody know? Any guesses? Where are we going to take profit? Where do you guys think? No, not ICT. You guys are still trying to guess. I think it 61.8 of what? That's not a number. I mean, it is a number, but it's not the Bitcoin number. Anybody? Nobody? No? All right. Well, I like 74,000 up here. This is a good area. Takes out the whole range of Bitcoin. Right up here. This is where I could see it flushing out all the shorts and then pausing. And I like that chaos lines up with it. Now we can go to a 12-hour, right? Actually daily. If we can break out of this weird range we've been in, I would actually draw, I would say that this right here, and this is so ugly. I'm going to get rid of some of this. I think this is distracting for you guys. This is actually a W right here. Doop, 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 doop. See that? If we can break out, that's our W. And that's what we draw our chaos off of. And a conservative, there's two types of chaos for me. There's a normal chaos, and then there's a conservative chaos. And I like to do the conservative one because then I can take profit sooner. And I just prefer that. I hate when something goes up close to my sell level and then it doesn't hit it. And then I wake up and it's like it went up there and then dropped 10%. I'm pissed. So I always try to make it conservative. I'm not saying buy or sell on the eclipse. I'm just saying it's an eclipse and you don't know what's going to happen. So these are your levels. If this is the W, then the first stop would be in the 70K area, 72K, which makes sense. You take out all of the previous highs and it's probably going to pause there. But we're going to look for something like this. Boop, 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 breakout, tag 1.618, play in this area for a while, pull back, stop people out, blah, blah, blah. and move up quickly to 2.618. Do the same thing. Do something like this. Usually it does something like this. I don't know what kind of price pattern that is, but it does it. And then we go up here. We do that. We play in here. We get a lot of people thinking it's not going to hit above 100K. And then we go a bit above 100K. And that's kind of your zone. And then that's where we would reevaluate. That's where I would 100% consider taking profits up here. Now, let's go to another chart. And let's look at an ABCD. All right, just like this. On it. Right. And that's your other target, 96,000. That's what ABCD points to. So I would say that pretty obviously this area is where you want to take profit right here. 95,000 to basically 106,000. Taking profits is a range. You shouldn't immediately take profit like everything. Just close the position. Don't do that unless it's like a lower time frame leverage trade. And even then, I think it's questionable. You should have multiple take profit points, like 10%, 10%, 10%. It's more work, but that's how you maximize your profits and you don't get stuck in a position or selling too early. I think it helps. Damn, my views keep dropping below 30. I don't know how to make this more exciting or informative. Okay. Lots of questions. 0.618 fib. Yeah. Well, here's 1.618. Here's 2.618. And there's 4.669. I don't know what else you guys are talking about. All right. Zurikella said, what is the difference? What is the difference to what? 93K. Cotter, you were kind of close. I'm at 94, 95. It's close. When you get to crypto, look at SHIB. Okay, so look at SHIB. I can do that later. Seems the trend is up, and when looking at it, it seems might seem like a huge rally. Yeah, regarding Euro USD, I understand. What does your 877 say there? Yeah, 877 says 152,000. But I mean, it's possible. But that's what I'm saying. When you get to 4.669, you reevaluate. That's what you have to do. What you look for to take profit? RSI mainly. I mean, no. I set targets and I take profit ahead of time. Like if I'm in a leverage trade, it depends what kind of trade. Like spot, I would take profit up here at the 4.669. I'll just take profit. When it hits it, boom, 10%, 20% gone. But if I'm in a leverage trade, I'll take profit here. I'll exit the whole thing. I'll wait for market structure to come back, and then I'll enter it'll be a whole new trade. And then I'll take profit at 2.618. And then I'll wait for the same market structure. Let it reset. And then the next move, I will take profit. And I'll just keep doing that. It's much safer. But my spot, I'll just let it keep running. Usually what I like to do is I like to trade Coin M futures. Do you guys know Coin M? Like Binance has Coin M. I think other exchanges do too, where you hold the spot value and you just try to leverage your spot and then you accumulate more spot. That works very well in a bull market. That's I don't know if you guys know Alex Weiss, but I know him personally. And that's how he went from basically like 3 million to like 300 million by doing just like entire account long on leverage, which is total degen, and I don't recommend it. But he went like balls to the walls, $3 million long with like 20x leverage on Bitcoin from like 10,000 or something all the way up to 50. And that's how he made like $300 million. But he didn't stop longing it on the way down. And that's how he lost $300 million. So there's a lesson in that. Hello, Nick. Welcome. Good to have you. Well, we're just talking about Bitcoin. Probably as lots of people do that. And our Bitcoin targets you can watch back. But good to have you. Yeah, Oscar, I can look at Ethereum. Yeah, Mcoin, Rocky, exactly. Let's look at ETH. You guys love ETH. So on a weekly chart, you can see a 9 came in. Shouldn't be a surprise that we bounced, right? Not a surprise at all. By the way, look at my previous chaos stuff for Ethereum. See how we almost hit that 4.669, but we didn't hit it. I was not conservative enough. I should have drawn it here and ignored this. And then I would have perfectly taken profits. It would have been perfect. But unfortunately, I ignored it. Oh. No, 9 came in, reversing, looking good. It's not as bullish as Bitcoin for sure, but it definitely looks, it looks good. I mean, this is super bullish. Like, wow, actually on the daily, major breakout here. Perfect W. Look at this perfect W. This is like, it's too easy. I could, I'm trying to see where this 1.618 lines up, and I think this is fine. Yeah, and then your 2.618 is here, and then 3,200. I would say that's probably your target, and that's how I would trade it. But you can also, because you're so Ethereum basically fell so far from where it was before. You could honestly, you could just draw fibs like this, and then you could have your first take profit at 38.2, then 0.5, and 61.8 is basically at where my chaos was. That's going to be your first major take profit level, and then 78.6 and 88.6 up here would be your next ones. That's very common in a range to take profit, especially up here. And 61.8 for people that want to be conservative. Plus you have the 200-day moving average. So you could just take her out, all of these areas on the way up. It's super bullish though. Like it's so bullish. So if I wanted to get into a trade here, I would just look at like 4 hour, 1 hour. Like for example, for me on like leverage, it's too late to get into a trade on this. But if I'm in spot, I'm just holding. Just hold. It's fine. It's gonna go up. Look at this. Very bullish. Major breakout just happened. You know, up to 38.2. That should be that's the first obvious target. You could do like a ABCD here. And again, this is like a conservative one. Something like that. Or it could even be here. And that points to like 2,900. So 2850 to 2,900. It's a good area to consider taking profits. Consider taking profits as like a zone. Don't pick like an exact level. You can, and this would be the area right here because this was your last like resistance zone. So somewhere in here is fine. Just like that. Basically lines up with your 38.2 right there. You can also draw levels. You don't have to use fibs. It's all kind of the same. It gets you, it's just different ways to get to the same result. And you just find the one that you like the most and what works for you. For me, I like to draw the fibs. I like to use chaos. Sometimes I'll look at previous price action and support and resistance and then draw my lines based on that. And it seems to work as well. I like to use weekly, daily, 12, 8, 4, 1, 15, 5, 3, and 1. I basically use everything except for the 2 hour and 3 day. The 3 day I don't really use too much. I found it gives confusing signals that don't work that much. But everything else I pretty much use. For spot, do you sell half on the double all the way up? Or do you watch for the bullet? Yeah. So I don't necessarily do sell half on a double. I know that's what Brian likes to do, but I try to use chaos levels and I will sell spot at chaos levels. Or if something is retracing, like Ethereum, let's say I bought spot down here, I would sell up here because this would be the major. When something is in a range, this is the major area where there's selling that happens. So that's where I would kind of sell it, but I wouldn't sell all of it. I would watch the market structure and reevaluate. Brian with Little Old Lady has to do sell half on a double because he has so many coins. It's impossible to manage it. But for me, I prefer to have 5, 6, 7 positions. That's it. And then I just check them. Hopefully that helps. I'm doing the live so I interact with you guys. If I was recording it, I would just go through the charts and it would probably be faster. But yeah, hopefully it's helpful. Okay. I've got a couple names. I'm watching. Optimism just broke out. Very, very bullish on Optimism protocol. I've talked about it many times. I think there's some big people behind this. I think you can even draw like an uptrending channel on this, like here. And let me see something. I just realized that I think you can draw a nice channel like that. Yeah, basically like this. Seems to be a pretty well respected channel here. And the upside is like 1.9. My target is 1.875. So that would line up with kind of this breakout area, and it would have to go sideways for a bit if it wants to continue to respect this channel, which is not guaranteed that it will, but that's what it looks like it might potentially. I'm gonna pull this back a bit. Yeah, that looks good. So I have I'm actually in a major leverage trade with Optimism right now. I mean, it's not an insane position, but it's a decent size, and my target for taking profit is like 1.85, 1.86, 1.87, 1.88. That range. It's not just like 1.879. It's multiple areas in the range. Oh, 36 people. Wow. Good to have you guys. Glad to see you. I'm going to turn off my background signals indicator. So Optimism, huge. Highly recommend it. You might have missed the boat. It is breaking out here. You could consider a long. Just understand that this is not the best trade area for a, like, I would check my phone to see where I entered, but I entered way back here, like 1.68, 1.69, this area. And I'm just waiting to go all the way up here. You could even see this is like a range, and you could draw chaos off this range, and that would point to potential target of $2, which could happen. I'm not saying it couldn't, but I'm gonna stick to my original range. Right, I'm trying to see if I can get it to line up. Sometimes they line up, but I'm gonna stick to my original target from the bottom. I think higher time frames are more accurate than lower time frames. Yes, I will do Rune for sure. I took huge profits on Rune. I talked about it. How would you improve returns on little old lady portfolio? First sell is obvious, sell half and a double, but once free position established, how would you maximize profits? Well, I'd use chaos levels. So I'd use fibs. That's what I would do. And I would target those levels rather than just selling half on a double. And I would keep an eye on market structure. Like if it starts to look like shit on like a weekly chart, I would just take profits. That's how, I mean, little old lady, normally you don't take profits. You just sell when you hit your double targets, and then you just ride it down when the bear starts. The way to keep your money is for the ones that didn't hit their targets. If the weekly chart breaks down, you just sell them all. That would be a way to do it. But that's not little old lady trading. Then you're making it more complicated. So just understand that that's like advanced little old lady. It's not grandma anymore. It's like, I don't know, little old lady plus. Okay, Rune. New guy, welcome. Immediately. First comment in the, did you say anything else? Did you even say hi? No, you just said Rune TA, please. Well, you said please. That I appreciate that. All right, so I talked about Rune before. I showed that we hit my chaos level target and we immediately stopped. And we also, yeah, by market structure, I mean M's and W's. And we immediately hit the 4.669 target. So I closed out my full leverage position. I am still long on spot because I don't think just because we hit this that the bull is over. I think it's just beginning. But this is where I know we're going to stop, and there's going to be possibly a pullback, and I'm not willing to sacrifice my massive leverage gains and hold it through a pullback that I don't know exactly how far back it's going to pull. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, I appreciate that. Manners are free. So yeah, hopefully that explanation makes sense. I'm long on spot with Rune, but I took profits on my leverage position. Ruined BTC also. Oh my god. All right. I mean, it's the same. You got a 9. I don't know. I mean, the range is, this is the range, right? Let me see if we can. Range is just like this. I mean, it could go up to 0.009. You can see how these levels line up. 1.618 rejection here, and then we hit this 2.618. We stopped and played in this area for a bit. When we pushed up, we hit the 3.59, and then we should get one more push to hit that 0.320. But I don't know. I don't really trade with BTC versus something. I usually use USDT. Oh, who knows? No guarantees. You've got a 8 and 9, so that's a bit of a warning sign. You've got a 9 on the daily. Sometimes the targets aren't hit, and if I start seeing stuff like this, I might take some profits. Xano is also nicely up. I'm glad the Xano recommendation went well. I don't own much Xano. I regret not buying more of that. Oh, I also like Department of Government Efficiency. Is that a coin? Gala. Gala is a good, we can look at Gala. We can. Solana I wanted to touch on. Solana was looking good. I wanted to get this 160 tag, 2.618 160 tag. It hasn't happened yet, but that's my target. Link. Thought Link was looking okay. Not amazing, but it also has an 8 coming in. So, but it had a major breakout, right? I mean, they're all having breakouts. Like, I get so annoyed when crypto people are posting like, oh, this coin, that coin, this coin. Everything is breaking out. The whole market is moving higher because Powell got the green light to lower interest rates. Everyone's super excited and they're buying things. But some of those things are crypto. Yeah, Xano is a coin. But you can see global liquidity did not increase. So I don't know where this capital is coming from. I'm guessing if we looked at the money market funds are probably draining down a bit now that interest rates were lowered, and people are deciding maybe they could try to get a better return in the market than using money market funds. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Okay, you guys, Grega asked for Gala. If you are a TRI member, I will answer your questions first. Just let me know. Tell me you're a TRI member. I believe you. I will trust that you are not lying. Oh, Gala Games looking interesting. Oh, wow. This is a good find. Who suggested this? Grega, thank you. Yeah, it looks like it could double from here easily. I mean, even just in March, it was at 8. Wow. This is where was this back in 2022? Holy shit. Look at that. It was all the way up at 60 cents. That is interesting. Huh. I probably will buy some of this. I don't like that it's already moved up and it's already at like 23.023, but I like that I remember this company and I think they have legitimate games and they've been around quite a while. We do have a 9 again. Keep in mind we have a 9. So I don't think I'm going to go crazy with buying yet. I'm going to look for a pullback and try to buy on the pullback. But these 8 and 9s don't always work. We might just get a pause. Because on the weekly charts, a lot of this stuff is looking extremely, extremely bullish. Let me draw some random lines first. Let's see if anything lines up with my lines. See how like just a little bit of a movement of a line can totally change everything. Yeah, breakout on the other side of both these trend lines. Very nice. I like what I'm seeing. I like it. Okay, while we're waiting, are you still buying or waiting to take profits? Yeah, Ucha, I'm taking profits. I mean, I was buying even just like 3-4 days ago. But to be honest, I'm taking profits. I'm taking profits in leverage positions. I have spot positions that I'm not taking profits in yet. Most of my spot I'm still holding. I'm not selling it. I'm just taking profit in my leverage trades that I've had for a bit. Yeah, Gala looks really good. I like it. All right, what did you guys say? Grega, you did level 1. Okay, glad to hear. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully Grim did a good job. Yeah, I've got 40 people in here. Wow. Why do I still only have 2 likes though? Can you guys press that thumbs up? Press it. Boop, 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 boop. Press it. Doop. Right, it's easy. Click, click, click. Like that, right? Click. Easy. Just. Maybe it needs to, if I refresh it, there will be like a like there. And why, Nick, are you not a TRI member? It's like basically free. There's a 30-day free trial. You seem very talkative. We would love to have you. We like talkative people in the community. So anyone that's participating, go sign up for a 30-day trial. Just join. You can, if you join, you can actually, believe it or not, you can post something and Brian will answer you. It's weird. I know in most communities, people are not answered by the founders of the company, but Brian's there like every day and he will answer. I will answer also, but not as quickly most of the time. So consider it. You know, Nick, I don't know why you haven't joined. You should. Okay, but what was your question? Though I don't know if I want to answer now that I found out that you're not a TRI member. You're just a lurker, a leech. I don't even see your question. Axelar is doing good as well. Oh, new guy, you're a TRI lifetime. I love that. I love hearing that. Axelar, Sand, please. You liked it during the previous show. Okay, let's look at both of these. Axelar and Sand. We're going through, I think these are all gaming coins, right? We're going through all the gaming coins. This one, Axelar, AXL. Yeah, I mean, everything's kind of just getting super excited. It's just green up things everywhere. Do, 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 do. 215. I'm just, when I'm not talking, I'm just thinking. So just bear with me. I know like most YouTubers are like for entertainment, but when you guys ask me about coins, I try to actually think about it. And it's not like, we have a systematic approach, but it's not 100%. There's sometimes a little bit of art to it. Yeah, I mean, look, there's a nice trendline breakout on a daily chart. It looks good on a weekly. I mean, this would be my, obviously chaos would be here. I'll just do my little chaos. I kind of just, as you can see, I kind of do the same thing for every stock or crypto. So first chaos in 1.56 and the next one is the old highs here. I liked Gala better. It seemed to have a higher percentage potentially of return. This one's like 200, 300%. I don't know. I'm not as excited about it. I would have liked it at 30 cents or 45, but here at 70, it could still go up. It'll go up if the rest of the market goes up, but I'm not as excited about it. Okay. Yeah, Sand is, well, I think a metaverse is like gaming. Oh, nice. 56 cents is not bad. Okay, Nick, who is not a TRI member, for some weird reason, I don't know why, should join. Free trial. Aren't we in a secular Bitcoin bull run in which it would be advisable to let the alts ride at BTC? Yeah, and that's why I said I'm still holding spot. I'm just talking about taking profits on leverage positions. I have leverage positions. But spot, I'm just holding. I don't see a reason to sell. This is just leverage. Please have a look at AVO. AEVO. Yeah, sure. I can look. AEVO. Yeah, so you had a 9 come in. Man, this stuff is so similar. You had a 9 come in, and now you're reversing on that 9. This one's pretty early, though. I mean, it's up, but it's not like... And obviously, this is the midpoint. And you've got a clear path up to $1, which, as you can see, this is the old resistance level. And then if we go here, $1.60, you can see how it like lines up. You could even just... You could just look at levels, right? So something like this. And then you could do it again. And then this is like... And see how it like perfectly lines up with these chaos things? Look at the next one. It's right here. So I would say the next resistance is basically there in this zone. But the reason I don't draw that is because I got to... But chaos, I just draw on the bottom, and then I've got my three points in it. It's basically the same anyway. So different ways to skin the same cat. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. It looks bullish, the same as everything else. It looks bullish. Here's look, everything we look at, I will okay. I'll look at sand, and then I'm gonna talk about a big thing. And then I think I'm gonna call it a night, because how long have I been talking? Oh my god, an hour. An hour. But that's because you guys are being fun tonight. You're very talkative. I like it. Yeah, sand looks good. I liked it last week. It looks just as good this week. I mean, I liked it more last week because last week you could buy it probably down here. What was last week? Last week I talked on the 19th. So 19th was here. Yeah, 26. Now you got to pay 29. I mean, this is basically your W bottom here. And your target is like 50 cents. So you get a double. It's not bad. It's the same as everything else. I don't know what to say other than, you know, you get a double just like everything else, and maybe it'll move higher. But I don't know how I feel about the whole metaverse coins thing. I don't know. It's just not that appealing to me. Yeah, line charts can be good. I'm just used to this. This is what works for me. You got to find what works for you. That's why we have everyone develop their own individual trading plans at TRI, because everyone's different and different things work for different people. It's why it's like the same thing. Like, why do I use a Windows PC while Sjord uses a MacBook? Everyone has just their different preferences. Same with the charts. You can still get to the same conclusion, just using different tools. DYM is bottoming out. DYM, let's see. DYM. Has not popped. I mean, it has. It looks exactly the same as what we just looked at. $2. I mean, it's a good suggestion. I appreciate it. But it's the same, like, it's going to double. And we get that double, and then the next level is above that. I mean, if we go back, right? So, I mean, obviously, sand looks quite a bit different from that chart. I actually like sand better in that context, where I feel like you have a higher chance of larger returns. Let's see what else. Let's go back. Oh, and then we've got the elbow. Very good. They all look good. They all look bullish. All look slightly different. Sand looks better. But yeah, it has no strength. It's an old coin. That's why I don't like it that much. That's why I have things like Link, Rune, things that I can buy Coin M futures on leverage. I had Tau. It's too late with Tau, but I had Tau. I mean, I bought Tau down here. This was my Tau buy. It was like 250 or 260. and we hit my 2.618. But I haven't sold yet. I'm still holding spot. I didn't sell anything because my target is 850 up here. This is my target. But I've already basically doubled. I've doubled my money. So Tau did very well. I had another one like Cello. Yeah, this one. This one recently popped. Big potential, and my buy was down here at like 40 cents. Oh, nice 50% return so far. Can move up higher, but it's already kind of popped. I'm hoping for like huge move, like back to 2022 levels, but who knows if that's gonna happen. Yeah, Tau is great. Yeah, I mean, if China's injecting liquidity anywhere, that's going to flow into the entire system. So that's probably a big part of the rally today. They didn't want it to end too soon. Grega asked DGB USDT. Glad you enjoyed it, Rocky. I feel like I say the same things every week, but maybe it's helpful. Oh, this is interesting. I like how this looks. This is similar to the previous one I looked at. I just think, you know, they're all kind of the same. I think you need to look into the fundamentals of these coins and look at what the team is doing, and that'll really help narrow it down. Because from my perspective, a lot of the charts look very similar. They all look bullish, but the question is, how far is it going to go? And I think that's when you need to look at fundamentals, and consider, you know, what fits with maybe what you value. I also have Xano, right? Xano's looking good, 570. I don't see why Xano can't go higher. If we look at this original Xano W, right, like that. There's the original. Original is there, and next target is at 9. And after that, we've got 16. So that should be that looks like the potential Xano path. Looks very bullish to me. If you don't have Xano, you could consider grabbing some. You know, it's gonna go to $8.70 to $9 shortly. I expect that. Yeah, DGB looks good. I mean, everything looks kind of good. BKCH, please. Crypto miner ETF. Oh, crypto miner ETF. RVF. You guys have so many coins. You guys know more than I do. I'm going to have to watch back my own stream to remember about all these coins and see what do I want to buy. Whoa, that's weird. Was this like a rug pull? I don't understand why. What is this? This looks like pure shit on a week, at least on a weekly chart. Like, why is there no reaction? It's concerning. It's honestly concerning. It's looking okay on the daily, but I don't like that. It just kind of looks like shit. Rocket Exchange. It looks like it just started a year ago. Is it not doing well? Is it not making money? Why can't it break above the 50-day moving average? I wouldn't touch this until it's on the other side of the 50-day moving average. I don't like how this looks. It looks like it's trying to bottom, but I don't know. And I would research this Rocket Exchange. Oh, look at ETH pool chart. ETH pool. I don't see the ETH one. I mean, this one has a lot more history. Oh, wow. It's been around a long time. This one? Or just RVN? Getting like lost in this chat. RVF. It's RVF, not RVN. RVF. This is the only one I see. I don't see any other ones. BKCH. Oh, wow, 48 people watching me yawn. I'm getting sleepy and we've got 48 people. Yeah, I mean, the miner looks fine. Consolidation, bull move higher. It should with the rest of the crypto market. I mean, nothing. There's nothing I see here that seems abnormal, except this chart action is kind of ugly and it would be hard to draw chaos levels off of. You could say that this is a very ugly W. And their first target is like 90. So it's just going to mirror Bitcoin. I don't know. I don't see anything particularly special about it. Wow, 49 people. Hello, 49 people. You should talk. Consider commenting or saying something. Okay, so that was that. And I want to make my final point before we close out the stream, because I'm going over an hour now. Usually I don't do more than that, although it seems to work to bring in more people. We almost got, if I get 50, that would be the most ever. Incredible. My point is, look, you guys are focusing on all these coins. Don't get too focused on each individual coin and be like, oh, this project, this coin, that. People make that mistake every cycle. Don't make that mistake. Focus on the total market. What you want to look at is you want to look at something like total 3. Okay? You want to look at total 3 and you want to go, is it bullish or not? Because if it's bullish, then you just focus on the projects you like. Do all the research you want, but don't get too obsessed and passionate about a project. When you start feeling like you're in a cult or something, that's when you run into problems. You want to pay attention to the total market and you want to pay attention to traditional finance. That's why I look at the S&P every week, because if the S&P tops out, Bitcoin's topping out and everything's topping out with it. Like that's just how it works. So, you got to keep look at total. Look at this. It broke out. This is a bullish breakout, RSI, everything. So of course the entire market is going to move higher. It's a massive bullish breakout, but when this finally doesn't look like a bull, when it looks bearish, that's when you need to just get out of all your coins. Don't think that just because the total looks bearish that your coin is going to be fine. It's not. It's all going to go down. By the way, the average increase for the market from here is about 50%. So if you hold a boatload of coins and it goes up to my target, your portfolio will probably increase by 50%. But if you appropriately use leverage and you pick some projects that are good, maybe your portfolio increases by a lot more than that. Maybe you increase by 200%. It's possible. Yeah. Yeah, of course, others.d looks good. I mean, they're quite similar, so it's going to also look good. But I just want to emphasize this point because people get too carried away with this coin, that coin, this is the best project. It's all bullshit, okay? The most important thing is what this looks like, this chart. I'll point to it. That one up there. This is important, okay? And one that a lot of, especially younger people, don't look at, the S&P. This is important. We got rejected from my 3.59 level, but I believe that we have one more higher high. And I'm going to show you a weekly chart. I'm going to go back to Bitcoin, and I'm going to show you something interesting. This is Bitcoin. Okay. Actually, I want to show you one without like too many drawings. Okay, Bitcoin, right, on a weekly, and then let's add SPX. Okay, let me adjust the scale. Pin to scale, pin to new right scale. Yeah, and I want regular. So this is Bitcoin I'm just going to turn the Bitcoin chart into a line. Okay, so there's Bitcoin and there's the S&P. Do you guys see the correlation? It's very obvious, right? Like red is, you know what? Let me make Bitcoin yellow. That'll make it easier for you to see. Yellow. Yeah, there you go. It's pretty strong correlation. Oh, I made the S&P yellow. That's wrong. I want S&P to be blue. Or just green. Maybe we'll make it green. No. The color change thing is green for S&P. And for Bitcoin, we just make it fine. It's blue, whatever. But you can see there is a huge correlation between the two. So if S&P rolls over, Bitcoin will also likely roll over. So just keep it in mind, okay? That's the best advice I can give you. Don't get too carried away with the bullish enthusiasm in the crypto market. Yeah, I have some stuff I trade on Binance, but not too much. And I can only do that because I have Thai ID and stuff. I'm not a US citizen. I mean, I am, like, I'm not gonna talk, I don't want to talk about it. I have a Binance account, but it's not a huge account. It's just my high risk account I like to use for leverage trades. I like that RSP is like a hint for run higher. Yeah, exactly. But how will BTC hit 100K of SES already close to the top? Yeah, that's a problem, Pikachu. Maybe the S&P tops and we get a bear and Bitcoin goes to 40K. And then we get the massive liquidity injection, the interest rates lowered, and then Bitcoin goes to 100K. Maybe that's what happens. I'm not saying Bitcoin's going to go to 100K from here. I'm just saying right now it's very bullish. But like everything's extremely bullish, but just know that a lunar eclipse is coming and we've got a TD 8-9 on some of these names. And you want to pay attention to these macro markets, these bigger markets, S&P 500, Bitcoin, the total 3. Don't focus on little coins. Pixel, I like to buy a select few. Brian likes to buy a whole bunch. It's totally up to you and what you want to do. I prefer to just select a small few and then use leverage to kind of turbocharge my returns. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Do you guys have any last questions? If you are a TRI lifetime member, I will answer one last question for you. Just state that you are a TRI life. I mean, a lot of you I know, like Cotter. If Cotter asked the question, I would answer it, of course. But if you're not a TRI member, sign up for a free trial. Just go here. Look, I'll show you guys. Go here. The Rational Investor.com and just sign up for a free trial. Consider it. You can talk to me, Brian. We're always in the chat. We've got tons of veteran traders. And the monthly cost is pretty low, to be honest. It's very low. It should be higher. You can do free trial, starter kit, all this stuff. It's up to you. Oh, look, there's me. There I am. I look better now. I don't know what changed. There's Brian. So Brian, Sjord, myself. Just check it out. It's up to you. How much can you bench? Well, that's a complicated question, Cotter, because are you talking about my 1 rep max? Are you talking about how much can I bench for 12 reps? What's the question? Well, why did you leave after? Do you not like the redesign? Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't like it. I'm kind of mixed on the redesign. Yeah, I think 1 rep max for bench Cotter is like, I'm converting. Do you do pounds or kilos? I'm trying to remember. I think I did 110 kilos, which for me is good because I'm only like 76 kilos. So it's good for me. He's talking about Pikachu is talking about the website redesign that we did. We had a very different website before, like classic. Yeah, so that's kilograms. For squats, I do 160 squat and 160 deadlift kilos. I'm pretty happy with the 160 kilogram squat and deadlift, considering again I'm like 76 kilograms, so it's more than double my body weight. Yeah, I don't really care about bench too much these days because if you think about it, your chest is like just this small part of your body, while your like legs and hamstrings and glutes and your posterior chain, your entire back, it's like your whole body. So I focus on deadlift and squats. I think those are way more beneficial. And I also do pull-ups. I can do 10 pull-ups with like usually I use a 10 kilogram plate I hang from my body, and I can do 10. So that I don't know. I don't really care about how much anyone else can do or stuff like that anymore. I just do what works for me and just try to get stronger and be as healthy as possible and go running also. I think if you can squat double your body weight and bench your body weight, and you can run a 5K in under 25 minutes, I think you're pretty, like, that's impressive. Like it's good to be well-rounded. I think not enough people focus on cardio, so that's a big focus for me. And I think I could be stronger, but I try to also take care of like my cardiovascular system. Like right now, I'm not focusing on strength. I'm focusing on doing 5Ks and on volume. So for example, I did like just today I did 4 sets of deadlifts, 105 kilo deadlifts, but it was 12 reps every time. And then immediately after I did the deadlifts, I went and I did pull downs, 12 reps, and then I went and did 10 to 12 pull-ups immediately after, so superset all together. And that was crazy for 4, so it's like basically 36 reps, 4 sets of that. And my back is super sore and everything. No leisure cocaine. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I hated running too. And I used to just swim and cycle, but it's the only thing that I can sustain my heart rate for a while. So I just stick to it. It's the hardest thing, but I think it's worth it. And anytime I had like issues, knee issue or something, I would just work it out with the physical therapist, or I'd use peptides. So I've used BPC 157. Seems to work really well for me. Not doctoral advice. I'm just saying what worked for me. I'm in Pikachu. All right. So now we're doing a fitness class. I'm in fat gains on Pepe 3x position, but want to hold it until BTC. Maybe a bad idea. Yeah, Pikachu, I would take profits, man. 3x leverage. I would have a plan and take profits and then re-enter on pullbacks. I mean, you got to look at your own trading plan, but that's what I would do. But it's up to you. Yeah, welcome, Pixel. Join the site. Free trial right here. Free trial. Free. Just join. We're in the chat room all the time talking. I'm only on here once a week though. Thursdays, my night. Yeah. Brian does it the rest of the time, and Sjord also. So, all right. I'm gonna call it a night, guys. It's like 12:30 here. Great show. Thank you everybody for coming. Appreciate it. I will see you on the site, and if not, I'll see you here next week. Same time, same channel. All right. Bye, guys.